boys and girls, it's Miss E. I am so glad that you are here to draw with me today. We're going to be making some folk art today. And if you've never heard of the term folk art is basically any kind of art that is made by an everyday person. It can be described as art that is of the people, for the people, and by the people. These are artists that are interested in making art that tells stories about their daily lives or their culture or their community. And there's so many different cultures that create folk art. There's Mexican folk art, there is Scandinavian folk art, there is Indian folk art. So we're going to use some of the ideas of this for our drawing today. And we're going to be making a really cute fox. So you will need a piece of paper like this one, and we're going to have it sideways like this. And you will need either your Sharpie, or you can draw in pencil first with me and then outline with your Sharpie when you are ready. So let's get started. All right, boys and girls, here we go. So I'm going to be drawing directly with my Sharpie. You'll be able to see it a little bit on a little better on my paper. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is here, so my paper is sideways, and you will start by making a big letter V that's going to be the fox's head, and you want it to be nice and large. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to kind of angle it a little bit, and it's just like that. So nice letter V. Then we're going to close that V with a curve along the top, one side over to the next. Then to draw the fox's body, I'm going to start here in the middle of the side of the V, and I'm going to make a line that curves down, but I want to leave some space here because fox usually have a nice big bushy tail. And then I'm also going to make the front of the fox with a line that comes straight down, and it's going to stop about the same here, so then we can close this bottom together just like that. So that's the fox's head and his body. Then we're going to add in this tail, and a fox's tail usually has sort of an S curve to it, and we want to make it nice and bushy. So I'm going to make one kind of backwards S curve, almost like a question mark. And then I'm going to start here at the top, and it's going to be a point, and then it comes down, around, and it comes back under here. So a nice big tail on the end. And then we will add on some fox ears. So we'll do 2 triangles this way. And then you can do a smaller triangle on the inside for his ears. Then we will add on his legs, and we're going to keep it really simple. It's going to be just a straight line down there for the front leg. And then the back leg, sort of like a little dog leg, we're going to make a bump that kind of comes down, and then the foot. So it's going to look like this, kind of like a backward C, and then another bump, and then that comes down to touch the bottom. So we've got his legs. Then let's work on the face. So now we're going to do a nose. So I'm going to do a curve from one side of the bottom to across to the bottom. So that becomes the nose. Then from this point of his ear, I'm going to make a curved line that comes down to the nose. And then from this side, a curved line that comes down to the nose. Then on each side here is where his eyes are going to be, and we're just going to do 2 curves so it looks kind of like he's peaceful and sleeping there. So there is our fox. We're going to do, since they usually have that little white piece at the end of their tail, we're going to do a zigzag along the tail here to finish. And I'm going to curve these eyes up just a little more to make them look a little more peaceful. All right. So now you can go back through and you can just kind of color in his nose really quick with your black marker. Now we're going to add some folk art designs. And I pulled up a little image, and this is a great example of folk art. They're very simple drawings of things like that you might find outside, like flowers or trees. They can be symbols that mean something to you, like hearts or even triangles. They can form a pattern. They might look like feathers, or they might just be sort of like a design. we are going to add some of these things onto the fox to make it more of a folk art image. So here's how we're going to do that. I'm gonna start with the tail, and I'm gonna do sort of this leaf pattern because it would fit really nicely along the tail. Now, if there's other patterns that you like better that you would like to do, you can look some up or create your own. So I'm going to start by making this curve, and then I'm gonna start adding on the leaf shapes, and these are just sort of like little teardrop shapes, and they're gonna come down the side just like that. And then I might add in a little bit more of a design just to add and fill up that tail. So I'm gonna do a few little circles, just like that. And then let's do, this design would fit in really good on his back leg. So I'm gonna put that here. I'm gonna do a circle in the middle, and then these sort of petal shapes around this way. They're bigger this way, and then smaller ones in between. That works out nicely there. Maybe let's add a little heart shape on his back. So I'm gonna do a heart like that, and then I'm gonna do a little heart on the inside. A curve like this one here would fit pretty good in, so let's do that here. And then maybe another one here. I don't want to put too many things on him because I don't want him to start looking like he's all filled up with lots and lots and lots of things. But let's do another one of these, maybe right here. I think that would look cute. And again, you guys can add the patterns in that you like. I think he needs a pattern here on his forehead, so I think I am going to do some triangles. And I'm gonna have them just get a little smaller as they get there. I'm gonna leave the rest plain because I don't want to add too much there. I might add a little pattern here on his ears, and then maybe one more here on his leg. Let's do another one of these little curves, just like that. Now you can also add some designs in the background. Maybe he's sitting in a field, so we'll put in a few of these little pieces. They kind of look like little sprouts sprouting up, and maybe I'll do two here on the side, one above him here, and then maybe one, there's not too much below him here, so maybe I'll fit something in that might work there. Maybe I'll add another one of these little branches here. So you can add patterns until you're happy with it. I think I'm going to stop here. I want to keep it pretty simple. And that is our folk art fox. All right, I think we are finished, and I'm happy with mine. If you want to add a few more designs, go right ahead. If you want to add color to him, you can use crayons or markers or colored pencils, or you can use a combination. I'm going to color mine, and I will meet you back here in a few minutes. Okay, boys and girls, my fox is colored. I chose to use just one orange marker to color him in, but you can color your fox any way that you would like. I did leave some of the patterns white just so they pop a little more and you can see some of the details a little better. But you can use other colors to color those in and make it as bright, as bold as you want. I hope you had fun drawing with me today. I had a lot of fun making this fox. I think it came out pretty cute. I might just hang mine on my refrigerator when I get home. Maybe you could do the same. Enjoy your week, and I will see you here next time.